Hiya, so it's Gaz here from Moth Creaturae. It's been a while since I've posted. I haven't put a video up in quite a while now. I've just been so busy. Sometimes life gets in the way of keeping up on this social media platform and also making the videos for the YouTube. I really do appreciate you sticking with us and watching them. Your support's massively appreciated. I'll give you a quick heads up on what I've been up to and then give you my little ditty for today, I suppose. So, as you might be aware, like from my previous videos, I've not long been in this sort of cottage. We moved in here start of last year, and it's got some jobs that we wanted to get done. One of them was obviously my workshop, which we're still running that workshop series of videos, which will conclude very soon. But also there was things I want to do in the garden, and clearly the outside needs painting and decorating and all this sort of stuff. But anyway, one of the jobs I wanted was a path. So I've just been digging this up the other week. So from the workshop all the way down by my new fence that I built with a neighbour down to here, where I'm going to build I've dug it out, bought a little rotavator, dug all that out like with the rotavator, and then sort of filled it with stones, hardcore, and then sort of stones. It's got a nice little path here now to my workshop. I'm not a brickie neither, but I had a load of these reclaimed bricks. They were like sort of from 1900 or something, like from Wales. They've all stamped or been moulded with the maker's mark on it, but I thought they were quite nice to use. So I give them a clean up, brush them up, and then put this in. It is straight, it didn't look at the... Clearly there's a little trench here which I need to fill with soil, and then eventually, once I've finished all this, I'm going to have grass going down there next to my driveway. Next project there, the whiskey barrels. Bit of deck here and a pergola and stuff. But then we're going to have all nice lawn here. Around the other side, I built a wall. Well, I rebuilt my wall the other week. It took us a couple of weeks actually. The wall, for some reason, didn't make any sense where the telegraph pole is. Kind of, it went in there behind the telegraph pole, and then it sort of comes straight up here and then out. Now, it didn't make sense to me, so I figured I'm going to knock the wall down and push it out a bit, gaining about an extra sort of 1.5 metre square or something in my garden, and then rebuild the wall. So I knocked it all out. You'll see it from back here. It looks factory fit. It looks like it was always like that. Knocked it out, rebuilt it, and then put the stones on the top like how they were for the rest of the wall. And then to finish it, clearly I was talking about in my other videos making a little picket fence for here, and it was only really because the cost of bushes, the hedges, was too expensive. I didn't want to pay it, but a nursery was closing down, or they were skint or something because of the lockdown, so I decided they were going to sell a load of these bushes off. So I've bought all these and I've planted them the other week. Excuse me, I'll just play the other way. Planted them the other week. Yeah, so in about a year they should be a nice height. And then I've just been slowly sort of sieving a load of soil to fit in the divots here, like, you know, like the dips, and then using my roller. I bought like a vintage roller to try and level it. I like my old-fashioned stuff. It's easier with new stuff, but it just doesn't look cool, does it? There's my old-fashioned roller. So I've been going over with that. They're bloody hard work, them. But get it nice and flat, and then eventually when we get this side done as well, reseed it all. Anyway, that was the heads up, what I've been up to. Oh, shit news as well. 2 chickens here, look at. I've just seen the chicken coop when I was going away. Back in the workshop. 2 chickens left here. Gingy, probably the smartest one of the 2 chickens, well, the 3 chickens. She's been really ill. She had a shit run of it at the start of lockdown. Had to like tip her upside, doing massage at, I don't know what it's called, like chest or something, you know, so she could be sick. She had like effectively long grass going sort of off in her gullet or in her chest. So I had to make her sick. Got it out of her, made a bit of a recovery, you know, slowly, and then got to full health. And then the fucking dog went to eat her next door. Rescued dog, you know, dogs, it's not the dog's fault, you know, the fucking dog sees it dinner, doesn't it? So it goes to bite it on the arse. It was our chicken. So I took her to the vet, got her sewed up internally, got her sewed up outside. It's just like a £10 layer, cost us 60 quid in the vet's bill. And the frigging vet didn't give us any antibiotics for her. So I think what had happened is he sewed her up nice, which was never right. and she kept getting bigger and bigger, and we kept thinking maybe it was a case of where the dog's bitter. It's maybe he's like a muscle or something. Turns out it wasn't. Our insides were going bad. She'd picked up a bacteria infection, and then she started, like, our insides were letting out water. They weren't containing the water. So read up on this, thought she was egg bound. I put my finger up her arse, not egg bound. And then ended up, I rung the vet. Vet didn't want nothing to do with it. Happy to take my money in the first instance, but didn't want to like sort of look at her again. So I looked on YouTube, and what it looked like was fluid inside. So I looked at a couple of experts' videos, and then I went to the farm shop, bought a 60ml syringe, some needles, gloves, sat on my knee, give her a massage, drew quite a lot of fluid out of her. No blood, just fluid. It was like wee colour, and drew it out of her. It's said chances of her living after this is slim to none, but you've got to do it to try and, it's either wring her neck or try and help her. And she's part of the family, you know. We're not a family of chickens, but clearly she was like a pet. So I decided that was the route I was going to take. We did the syringe. She seemed instantly better. She did. She was still massive. They tell you not to take too much fluid out because the body can go into shock. But anyway, she later died. She started like coughing up fluid. Now, they don't have the ability to be sick like us. We can be sick. They don't have that ability. So when she starts coughing it up, it means it's in her lungs. So she was drowning. So at that very moment, I just had to kill her in the most humane way as possible. So she's now buried. Clearly that wasn't good. Little Legs was upset about it. He misses her. Anyway, very quickly, because I've waffled on loads of shit, so what I've been doing. So we will get back into the habit of posting videos more frequently. But what I wanted to show you, just it was a little thing I made the other day. It took us about an hour. So I like me salvage stuff. I like me crap that other people have got no use for, and it ends up going in the bin, and I can see something useful from it. I've got something going on at the moment, but I'm going to spoil the surprise. I'll just give you a quick heads up there. Obviously a mess, but we'll come back to that probably next video, hopefully. But yeah, what I noticed was I was dealing with some paperwork with my full-time job, which I'm soon to be leaving, and it's emotional stuff. It's not good stuff. It's not getting on with people, bosses in the workplace. Not me, but they seem to think it is me. But so I've got this case going on at the moment, right? And every time I've got to sit down and do the paperwork for it, I kind of relive this shit, and I just fucking, I'm fed up with it. It really does wear you down. Always having to fight for just what's right, and I just think I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. So anyway, what I would do is when I'm doing this paperwork, which is, it is super important to do, I need to put my point across. I'd end up having a rest by just doing exactly what I talk about in my first video, sitting going watching the telly. And it was a nice break from what I was doing, albeit I never felt recharged. I just felt fucking depressed. Horrible, man. And so I was sitting in the garden one day, and I just figured, you know what it is, I need to go and make something. I'd do just anything. So when my scrap pile's getting bigger here, over here, like my burn pile, clearly I've got the big burn piles around the front, you know, but for in here. And what I noticed was I had a bit of oak from where I dismantled a set of oak drawers that was smashed up, and it was only thin, the stuff. I thought it would be quite nice to make these. I'll show you. Bit corny, like, some people won't like them. Heart-shaped coasters, solid oak, not butcher's block or nothing. But I had enough to make 4. So workshop's a mess, excuse me. I banged my bloody thumb the other day, it's not nail varnish. 2, 3, 4, there you go. And they're all exactly the same size. All sort of smoothed out and that, and what have you afterwards. And then all branded with Moth Creaturae, and then oiled. So they'll be a nice addition for the garden. Well, see the garden. Probably end up in the house, like. Well, I think they're quite nice. Anyway, that was my very quick catch up. 9.5 minutes of your life. Look forward to next video, right? Make sure to like the video, and also please subscribe. Take care. Bye.